Well, welcome once again to the Party of One podcast, the actual play RPG podcast where the gaming table is always set for two. I'm your host, as always, Jeff Stormer, and this week on the show, I am joined by my good friend, game designer, publisher, wonderful person, Banana Chan, for a game of Vampire Block Party. Banana is, like I said, a game designer, one of the owners of the publishing company Game and a Curry. Game and a Curry is currently kickstarting Zhang, Blood in the Banquet Hall, an amazing-sounding role-playing game of Chinese immigrants running the family restaurant by day and dealing with the hauntings of Zhang, Chinese vampires by night. It is already funded. It is the day one. It launched this morning. It is already funded. It sounds incredible. It did not sound like in talking with Banana that it was a game that was going to work for the show, but I desperately wanted to promote it anyway because I am so hooked by the premise and the gameplay elements and everything in the art. I'm so hyped for it that I specifically really want you to go into the show notes and find the Kickstarter link or Google Zhang, Blood in the Banquet Hall, and just go back it because it's a game that I personally want, and I want as many stretch goals and cool things as possible. It's just a cool sounding game. You can find more information about Zhang and about Banana and all of their work in the show notes. Vampire Block Party by Christine Previs, friend of the show, is a game directly inspired by the film and TV show What We Do in the Shadows, a personal favorite of mine, about a group of vampires who live in a house and are confronted by the one thing that can scare even a vampire, a neighborhood block party where they have to blend in. Its mechanics are inspired by Honey Heist. It is a great slapstick, silly. It really feels tonally like it does the things that What We Do in the Shadows and similar sort of monster documentary or like monsters in mundane settings stories tell really well. And it was so much fun to play. I absolutely loved it. You can also find more information about Vampire Block Party in the show notes. And with that, why don't we go ahead and throw it over to me in the past so that he can get started with the show. Take it past me. Thanks, future me. This week, I am so excited to be joined by Banana Chan. Banana, thank you so much for coming on Party of One.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited.
I'm so excited to have you on the show. This is going to be really fun. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Me too.
So, real quick, before we dive into the game, which I'm very excited about, why don't you take a moment to let the lovely listeners at home know about anything you've got going on, any super exciting game Kickstarters you might be happen to be running at the time that this episode drops, as well as anything else that you've got going on you might want them to know about.
Oh gosh, yes. Well, first of all, my name is Banana Chan. I am the owner and co-founder of a small box board game / RPG publishing company called Game and a Curry. And I also write and develop games for other companies and, just in general. So the game that we're working on right now, the game that we're going to be kickstarting right now is Zhang, Blood in the Banquet Hall, which is a game that Senfun Lim and I have been working on since 2018. So it's been a while. So players in the game take on the roles of a Chinese family running a restaurant in 1920s Chinatown. In the daytime, they're faced with oppression and the stress of having to take care of their customers, while at night, hopping vampires, the Zhang, come out and they have to defend themselves against the supernatural horror.
Fuck, that's such a... I first saw you... I've seen you pitch this a few times now, and it's such a good pitch. I'm so excited. I really want to play Zhang really badly is the thing. I want to play it really badly.
Yeah, one day we should definitely get a group together and we should play it on Roll20 or whatever online platform there is.
I am 100% down. I'm so excited. Yeah. But for today, we're playing a different game that I think both of us are similarly excited about. We're playing a game by Christine Previs called Vampire Block Party.
I am so excited for this.
I'm extremely hyped. I've been looking for an excuse to play this game because it is, as you can tell by the name, it is about a bunch of vampires who live in a neighborhood and go to a block party. It is a hack of Grant Howitt's Honey Heist that is directly inspired by the movie and TV show What We Do in the Shadows, which at the time of this recording, the second season finale just dropped 2 days ago, and it was incredible. So I'm real jazzed up about playing this game.
Yeah, me too. I just finished watching the last episode, and I'm very happy with it. It was really good. It was really good. Yeah. It was such a good finale. Yeah.
So The premise in a nutshell. I will read it directly from the book because I think it does a better job summing it up than I possibly could.
Sounds good.
It is time for the annual neighborhood block party. Attendance is mandatory by decree of the neighborhood association, so you and your housemates will be attending. 2 things, however. 1, you are required to bring a dish to the potluck, and Karen is notoriously hard to impress. And 2, you are a goddamn vampire. That's it.
I love this. I love this so much. That's all we need. Yes.
So, we're going to be vampires. We're going to try and blend in at a block party. Maybe we abandon our vampire lifestyle. Maybe we make it out in one piece, and maybe we kill a bunch of people and drink their blood. Who's to say how it's all going to shake out at the end of the night?
Who knows? I am just here for the party.
So we're going to start out by making our character. There's some tables we can roll on, or we can just kind of talk through it. I have an idea of who my vampire is, but I do want to roll on these tables to get an idea of, like, the specifics of his vampire shtick.
I am so down for this, yes. What are you thinking?
So my character is Maldroven the Morning. Maldroven the Morning changed his name to Maldroven the Morning from Maldroven the Malicious in 1977 because he heard a beautiful piece of art that reminded him of a piece of the world that he would never experience and, like, a thing that he would never get to enjoy as a vampire. And that thing, of course, is the Jimmy Buffett song Margarita, or Margaritaville. So since then, he's been mourning his lost humanity, as well as really going hard on the parrot head lifestyle with some allowances for being a vampire. But, you know, he's rocking the Hawaiian shirt. He's rocking the sunglasses.
He's trying very hard.
He's trying his best. You know, he's drinking frozen blood out of a margarita glass. But, like, you know, it's about the glass that matters.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No one, and the frozen texture, right? It's not always about the contents.
Yeah, you know, you can make it work. There's some ways, like, the Jimmy Buffett lifestyle is not about the specifics. It's about that specific vibe of taking it easy.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Maldroven is after.
Oh, Maldroven.
So do you have character thoughts?
I was thinking I would play someone who turned in the 80s. So I was thinking of, like, an edgy vampire, and her name is Selena.
Sure.
So I think Selena is, she's edgy, she likes to go to all the parties, and she tries really hard to be cool, but she's not actually. I think she's like a hipster type. That
sounds good. I love that. I deeply love that.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to roll on this 46 table to see there's some things on here for your descriptor, vampire type, power, and weakness that I really want to flesh out for Maldroven, because all I really know about him is that he's a parrot head. Oh, he's a sparkly vampire, and that's very good.
Oh, yes!
It's very good.
I've never understood how the sparkly thing works. Like, do they are they okay with sunlight then?
Yes, so I'm going to have to, I think it can't be sparkly because it would undercut the fact that he's a parrot head because he can't go in the sun. So I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
All right, I am a Byronic vampire. I like that. I like that he was an old Victorian vampire that, like, you know, back then everybody was wearing 14 layers of clothing and was gray in London 24 hours a day. So, like, there was no beach culture. There were no beach parties.
Oh, and he's getting to experience it for the first time now.
I know, it's very good.
Oh.
I am a Nosferatu, so which is also very good. The nose and the teeth.
I love it.
Oh, I have invisibility. That's a very good power.
Oh, that's great.
And my weakness.
Oh, sorry.
My weakness is silver.
This could be interesting.
Very interesting.
Nice.
Do you want to roll on some tables right now?
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right.
So let's see. Selena is a sparkly vampire.
Good. I'm glad that we got a sparkly vampire in there.
Okay, cool. She's sparkly and she's an ancient vampire. Okay, so that's sort of... Maybe she is not from the 80s. Maybe she just really likes the 80s in general.
That was like peak vampire culture. I don't think vampires ever got cooler than they were from 1984 to 1987.
Yeah, she's like stuck in the 80s, but she's, been around forever. She's really ancient. Her power is that she's got enhanced speed. Cool. So maybe she rides a motorcycle.
Oh, for sure. Definitely a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Very cool motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. And her weakness is sunlight.
Good.
Wait, so she's a sparkly vampire and she's scared of sunlight. Okay, that's hilarious, actually.
So I like the implication that, like, you might not know that you're a sparkly vampire.
Oh, I like that.
It's well, I can't go out in the sun. No vampire can go out in the sun.
Yeah, and she just assumed that, like, forever.
Yeah. All right, and then the last table is, I'm not going to roll on the table of typical human clothing, and I think we both have a pretty good idea of what human clothing we're wearing to blend in.
I kind of want to roll just to see what happens.
All right, yeah, I do too. I can't resist a table. I love random tables. And I got capris, which is very perfect.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I got a cable knit sweater.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Is it one of those? Is it one of the Flashdance sweaters that's real puffy and like down on one shoulder?
Oh, yes. Okay, that's exactly what she's wearing. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
80s style.
Yeah, exactly. Rocking it.
Okay, so we each have 2 stats. Each stat begins with 3 points. Vampire is used for doing vampire things, like turning into a bat or hypnotizing a human into doing your dark bidding. And Neighbor is used for doing everything else, especially mundane things like commenting on the weather or cooking human food. Whenever we're going to act, we're going to roll 1d6. If it is equal or under the relevant stat, we succeed. If it is over, we fail. If one of our traits, either our descriptor, vampire type, or power would help us out, we'll roll 2d6 and take the higher. If our weakness is impeding us, we'll take the lower. And then there are some things that'll happen that'll move our stats around as push us towards either fully embracing our human form or our vampire form. And we'll kind of play those out as we go through the game. So what is our living situation like? Where are we, and like where are we and what does our apartment look like, or our living space? Because we are roommates.
Yes. So my instinct is to say that we live in Staten Island, but we can also live in any kind of suburban area.
I want to say I would like to pitch that we live across the river in New Jersey.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Like right in like Secaucus.
Where no one lives.
Yeah, like the least cool spot.
Yes.
There is a real Secaucus landmark that I don't know if it's still there, but I drove by it one time and I've never stopped thinking about it.
What is it?
We live about 2 blocks away from an all-you-can-eat bagel cafe.
What?
Right? Here's the thing. I've spent 10 years thinking about this, maybe longer. I don't think I can eat more than one.
Oh. Actually, that's a really good point.
Like, with toppings, I don't think I could eat more than one bagel.
So, this all-you-can-eat bagel place, does it include toppings, or are toppings extra?
I have no answers, only questions.
Yeah, we should one day go to this bagel place, because I live pretty close by.
I think we have to make a day of this and figure out how many bagels one can eat.
We should do this. I'm all for this.
What's your vampire's name? Because I also need to know. Well, I guess we wouldn't know how many bagels they can eat. How many bagels does your vampire think that she can eat?
Selena.
Selena, right? You did tell me that.
I think she can eat. Well, she's an ancient vampire, and she has enhanced speed, so maybe her metabolism is really good. But if she's ancient, I would say 4.
Now, we both know the real answer is we can't eat any bagels because we would explosively vomit. But, like, I don't think I don't think Baldroven thinks that I think he would say that he doesn't eat bagels because that's a 9 to 5 food, and I'm really not about that 9 to 5 lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if you were human, if you were not vampire what would you eat? What would be your favorite food?
It's gotta be a cheeseburger in paradise, you know? Heaven on earth with an onion slice.
Oh my god, I love it.
All right. So I think I would like to propose that you are like renting a room from me because even though you are infinitely older than I am, you seem much less mature and locked down, and I have definitely like got my arrangement set up. I see myself as a landlord. It's just to say I see myself as awful.
Yeah, I think Selena's going through a quarter century crisis or something like that.
Yep.
So absolutely. Total mess.
I like it. I am your fussy landlord. But also roommate, because like you're only renting one room and it's a shared kitchen arrangement.
Yeah, something like that. Absolutely.
And also you haven't paid me rent in like 14 years, so it's hard to really enforce that.
Well, I'm sort of like a fixture now in this house, right?
Yeah, honestly,
and it's not like I'm not really bringing in money either.
That's a really good point. I'm waiting for you to get back on your feet, and then I'm going to gently, over the next like 50 to 80 years, gently start bringing back up the rent issue, and we'll get back on it.
Yeah. Wait till that day comes, because when I get a job, it'll be a lot of money I'm bringing in.
I'm very excited. I like our living arrangement a lot.
Me too.
All right. So now we need to get to know our block party. And there are some tables to roll on. I'm going to roll 1d6 to find out our block party organizer. That is a 5. That is Barbara Jane, a relentless gossip.
Love
Classic Barbara Jane.
Classic.
Would you like to roll me a d6 for the setting of our block party?
Yeah. I got a 2, and that's 4th of July cookout.
Perfect. Oh, God. Oh, perfect. Because it's all during the day.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have an umbrella out.
I have an obnoxiously large, like, straw hat.
It's amazing.
The assigned dish, 1d6. One is we've been assigned veggies and dip. Still very difficult.
Oh no.
Would you like to roll a complication?
Yes. I got 6. A newly turned vampire is threatening to blow your cover. Wow. Not cool.
Not cool.
Mm-mm.
It's the kids today, honestly. Like, they go and they think that being a vampire is cool, and they think that, like, there's no rules, but, like, what's the coolest thing is following the rules. That's the Jimmy Buffett way.
Yeah, absolutely. These new vampires, they don't know anything.
Now, I do feel a little bit responsible because we did turn this kid vampire.
Well, yeah, but this kid just doesn't care for anything. Authority or anything, just doesn't care.
I've tried talking to him, and it's Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing. I don't know what animals he's trying to conjure, but like, you gotta focus on the important stuff.
Can vampires conjure animals?
Some of them probably.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a new power that I never heard of. But yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the type of thing that he should be putting his time into, and instead it's just, how much are turnips today? And,
we don't even eat turnips.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand it either. And honestly, I feel like I'll say it. I tried the Animal Crossing. I played it for 2 weeks. My turnips were no more than 14 bells every single day. I didn't understand it. It didn't make sense.
What are bells?
I don't know. It's confusing.
I have no idea what these bells are for, but they sound terrible, and I would not want to buy any turnips or exchange anything with turnips for bells.
I agree. It's confusing.
Yeah, this currency is strange.
This human world, hey, you know what? We're getting too into it, and I gotta say, gotta dial it back. I think we're due for an escape into Margaritaville. Can I get you a blood cocktail?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna get you a blood cocktail.
Absolutely. Oh, wait. We have to tell everyone that's strawberry flavored, right?
We could just say we brought enough for us, right? Like, that's a thing that humans do.
Yes. So we hide the blood cocktail, make sure that no one drinks it.
Sure.
But we also have to have enough for us.
Yeah.
So if they ask, we'll just say that we keep making enough for 2 people.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, all right. Just to be clear. Got it. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Now, we should bring the blender so that we can keep making them we could just drink their blood, like, warm, but, like...
I mean,
is that really what we want?
I prefer it warm.
I guess. I see the appeal, but a cold drink on a hot night, like, what's better?
That's true. Yeah. Okay, so we'll bring the blender.
And we'll grab some blood while we're there. We'll blend it up. We'll make a cocktail. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And if anyone asks, we just say that
there's only enough for 2.
Only enough for 2. Only enough for 2. Got it.
Only enough for 2.
Only enough for 2. Only enough for 2. Got it.
All right.
Yes.
Crap, we didn't get veggies. Shit.
I mean, do we really need veggies anyway?
Look, the last thing that I want, you know how Barbara Jane gets.
Well, let's be honest here. Most of the time when we go to these things, and we don't go to them, very often, they don't even touch the veggies and dip. They're just there for, set dressing?
Yeah, but Carl didn't bring them once, and suddenly Carl was with Mr. Hey, where are the veggies? Ha 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 for 2 years.
Okay, you have a point.
Do you want that to be you?
No.
Because I don't want that to be me.
Like, can't we just say that Carl was supposed to bring them?
I don't know. I feel
pass
like
off the blame.
I feel like. We could try it, but I don't feel. All right, we'll try it. But if they pin it to us, I will duck out. I think the bodega on the corner is closed.
We'll just go to Stop and Shop. They're always open, right?
We'll go to Stop and Shop. Yeah,
we'll go to Stop and Shop.
Yeah. We'll get a nice veggie tray from the Stop and Shop. It'll be delicious. Yeah. Everybody will love it.
Yeah, I have to pick up other stuff anyway, so why not? Yeah.
Oh, you know what would be delicious is if I can't do. Just hit me that I could do one of their pre-made the milkshakes that you make in the store and mix some blood in, but that's going to get into a whole dairy thing, and it just doesn't sit right in the stomach on account of it's human food anymore.
Oh, that sounds gross. You don't want to do that. No.
Yeah, no.
Terrible idea. Yeah.
Sometimes I get excited and I jump on things, and I got to learn to dial that back.
So what do they have at a 4th of July cookout anyway?
Well, from what I have gathered, explosives.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I think it does sound terrible. It's all fire and lights, and I think it's some sort of like battle that happens, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, all I know is that like around 9:30 everything starts to explode.
So there are going to be explosives and some sort of reenactment.
Yes, and veggies and dip.
Okay. These are some strange things.
We're probably going to have to listen to Barbara Jane for several hours.
Oh, I can't stand her.
And you know that she just with the neighbors that moved in, she's already got so many stories about them, and we're going to have to probably stand there and listen to all of them.
You know what I think about the new neighbors, though? I don't think they're actually human.
I did get a look at one of them taking out the trash the other night, and I don't want to judge, but it did seem like they were sort of less of like they were perhaps stitched together from the body parts of the already dead. Like,
right. Yeah.
That just, you see somebody and you see the bolts in their neck and you go, pretty sure that person was reanimated with unholy fire.
Exactly. And they don't smell alive.
No, they don't smell alive at all. They smell less like dead flesh and more just like, the terror of an unkind and uncaring godless universe.
Yeah. And I tried to go over there and I brought some cookies. Granted, they weren't really cookies. They were actually just rocks on a plate. But I did go over there and I tried to be nice. And you know what they said to me?
What'd they say?
Ah.
Huh. Yeah, see, that feels like, that feels flesh golem-y. Like, that feels...
Yeah. Yep.
And have you noticed the Tesla coils on the roof? Those weren't there before they moved in.
Oh.
Maybe they were.
Tesla?
I don't think they were there.
Huh. You think they're rich?
They might be rich. Maybe we should be their friends.
Oh, maybe we should be their friends.
We got to befriend those. If they're rich, I could use some rich friends.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I've fallen out of line with sort of the upper elite on account of, all of being a vampire. And in Secaucus, I don't feel like there's the same level of, aristocracy, but I think we could achieve something really special today.
You think... Wait a second. Why would rich people move out to Secaucus? I guess the space is one thing.
I assume space, less people wondering if you're committing crimes against God with unholy science. Bagel Cafe.
Oh, right, Bagel Cafe. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, see, that's the thing. If they don't know about it, we should tell them about the Bagel Cafe. That's an instant in. Because then you have the how many bagels can you eat conversation, instant in.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, we're going to be invited to all their parties. Not this, stupid 4th of July whatever thing.
No, though we're going to defy the laws of death and shake our fists at the universe parties, and those are the parties that we want to be going to.
Right. Why do we never get invited to those?
I don't know.
Do you think they do that? Do you think they have parties like that in New York, in the city?
I'm sure they do. The city's great. Everything's in the city.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got to get to this party.
All right, fine. We'll go Stop and Shop later if we need to.
All right, we'll go to Stop and Shop if we need to. Remember, don't say that we don't have it. Just say we're going to leave for an unrelated reason.
Right.
That's our cue.
Oh, I'll just say I have some human problems.
Classic. Good.
Human problems.
Human problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Throw in ordinary human problems because we really don't want to make it seem like we're weirdos.
Right.
Really emphasize that the human problems that you have are just regular, ordinary human problems.
We have some very serious, very ordinary human problems.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly. Practice that line in your head as we head over there.
Got it. Serious, ordinary human problems.
All right. So what's the party like as soon as we arrive?
I think it's by the pool. So they have like a backyard pool. And I think that it's sunny out. But there are it's mostly like middle-aged people just hanging out, grilling.
We arrive. I rolled a random obstacle, and we arrive, and Carl. Now he's manning the grill because now he's big man Carl. Carl turns to us and is like, "Well, about time you showed up. We're almost out of burgers, but I'm sure I could scrape you up something the dog hasn't chewed up too much." And he's really needling us because we showed up after like the midday barbecue part, which we didn't go to because of the sun.
Oh yeah, I mean we always show up fashionably late anyway.
Right. That's what cool New York people do. They show up late. Yeah,
exactly. We're from New York, by the way.
Yeah, we're from New York.
Yeah, we're totally from New York.
So what do you do? What do you do once Carl starts calling you out for showing up late?
Oh, we had some issues with our cat.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. You know. And he turns around and he's wearing the moon with the 3 cats on it. On his he's got the t-shirt with the moon, the 3 cat faces. Oh my god. Oh my god, Selena.
Uh-huh.
Selena, you walked right into my trap. You got bring out the phone. I want to see the pic. I've got some for you. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
No, that's not. Now it's on selfie. Hold on.
All right. Yep. Carl. Hey. Is that Barbara Jane? I gotta go. I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna ask you for a neighbor roll.
I got a 6.
Okay. So you have failed, and like it feels like there's 6 of him. Honestly, it feels like every way you turn, he's got his phone in front of you with a different photo of like a cat doing not particularly interesting things.
Wow. So this is your cat, huh?
That's my cat. Oh, I love him. I love him to death.
Yep.
I'm also gonna roll. I'm gonna roll vampire to just try and hypnotize this son of a so and so. I also failed.
Oh no.
So how does this go horribly wrong when I hypnotize him and I'm like, forget that you talk to us?
I think he's just a lot louder now. He's just like screaming.
Oh god.
Like we messed up something. He's screaming now.
He's louder and he's louder and he's just like flicking through his phone twice as fast. Oh jeez.
Do something.
Selena, people are starting to stare. What do we do?
We should take him into the house. We'll take him into the house.
Right. Yeah, take him in the house.
Yeah. We're just gonna look at pictures of cats.
Cat photos. We are looking at cat photos.
Really important cat photos.
This is a thing humans do.
Yep, human. That's us.
I am gonna roll neighbor for that. And I did succeed though.
Yes.
Because you know what? That is a thing humans do.
Cool.
All right.
So we make it into the house?
We make it into the house.
Okay.
We're in the den.
Ooh.
There's a trophy case.
This is Barbara Jane's house, right?
Yes, this is Barbara Jane's house. There are a lot of like early 90s high school and college trophies that Barbara Jane won and has never taken down. And frankly, like you're kind of like, Barbara Jane, you okay? Are you okay?
Wow.
All right, so
yeah. 1984.
Cat photos. Please look at the cat. Look at cat. Look at cat. Look at cat.
Okay, cat. Okay, I could see a cat. Yes.
Just furiously. The photos are now like there's no rhyme or reason to it's just swiping. So there's photos. There's vacation photos. There's some photos that you were not supposed to see, and it's just flipping through.
Oh God. Oh! Put that away. Oh, Carl.
Phone away now.
Okay, so how do we tell him to stop?
I mean,
do we take the phone?
Yes, absolutely, yes, take the phone.
Okay.
Because then we can't see any more of his naked photos. B,
right.
Then he has no way of contacting, so that when we drink his blood, because we're drinking his blood, right? I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't check in about that.
But... Are we? No. This is Carl. No, we're not drinking Carl's blood. No, not at the party. Everyone's gonna know.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Oh, no, you're right. So again, I got excited. I was jumping ahead. So should I just try to like dehypnotize him? I'm gonna see if like, do we want to see if like the failsafe word works?
Yes. We'll dehypnotize him. I'll take the phone. I'll run it out under some water, and it should be okay.
Okay. Great. You will wake up from your hypnosis now. All right, I got a 3. Is it good? Well, hey, Maldrovin, running a little late, but I'm sure I could scrape up some burgers the dog hasn't chewed on too much.
Oh, God.
Good joke.
Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny.
Give it,
Jarvin, what'd you do?
I dehypnotized him. I think he's forgotten everything.
He's forgotten. Okay, all right. I hand back the phone. It's dripping wet, so that way he cannot show us any more photos.
All right. Okay, great. We're good. Carl, we'll see you around. I'm going to step into the other room, take a tour of Barbara Jane's place, and I just duck into a hallway and just collapse on a wall. Like, oh my God.
I like run next to you. Yeah, bye, Carl.
It's too close.
I think that worked. I think
it
was
was.
fine.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
you're
God.
You're right.
This house is hideous.
It's so bad.
Yeah. Why is this wallpaper so pink?
Why are there so many mirrors?
Why are there so many mirrors?
It seems like a weird choice.
It does seem like a really weird choice. Also, that's a really big cross.
That is I was feeling uncomfortable when I walked into the hallway, and I hadn't really looked around the foyer, and yeah, that is really a full. You have to buy that from a church website, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, or stolen it.
Or stolen it from a church. Yeah, that's a. Is it just me, or are the tops of all of these chairs sharpened?
Wow. Yeah, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, now that you mention, I swear someone is cooking something, and it's got water in my eyes.
Oh God, you're on fire.
Oh gee. Oh, okay. That's garlic. We should probably just go right out the front door.
All right. Let's put that fire out.
Okay. Okay. That's
yeah.
I'm gonna roll for vampire to try and turn into a gaseous form to undo this fire that's on.
Yes.
I failed.
Oh,
it turns out if you turn into a gaseous form while on fire, well, that's just more fire.
You've become the fire.
So then I turned back into the human form, but now I am fully on fire. Smoke alarms are going, sprinklers are spraying. I am extinguished only when I get outside. But now the house is not on fire, but there's just been a fire.
I think that's fine because humans have fires all the time.
Yeah, and it's a party, and there's explosives.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Okay. Can you follow my lead?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have an idea.
Okay.
I lit explosives in the house and they exploded. Fail. Big fail. What goes wrong? I mean, tell me what goes wrong.
Everyone's looking at us now and they're all rushing into the house. So
is Barbara Jane with them?
Oh, I think Barbara Jane's going to stay behind and talk to us for a little moment. She's going to drag us aside.
Sorry for lighting an explosive in your house, Barbara Jane.
What were you thinking?
The party celebration.
Do you know how expensive my porcelain chickens are?
Yeah.
That's right. You would not know because you do not make as much money as I do, which is a lot. I make a lot of money. Tell everyone. Everyone knows.
I will.
Yeah. You don't have to tell anyone because everyone already knows. So, whatever. What were you doing in my house?
I was talking to Carl. Just look at cat photos. That's a thing humans do.
Carl, why? What? Why would you look at cat photos with Carl?
Wanted to show me cat photos.
Everyone knows that you shouldn't be talking to Carl.
I didn't. Is there why is that?
Because he's a creep and he's weird and he is obsessed with his cat.
Those are all things that I've learned in the last hour, yeah.
Exactly. And now I don't even know what's happened to you. What's happened to you? Are you on drugs?
I'm gonna roll for neighbor on this.
Okay.
It is a failure. Yes.
Are you on drugs at my party?
Yeah, yes. I'm like looking around for Selena, like trying to give the strike from behind symbol.
I think Selena's just like hidden somewhere in the bushes.
I think I'm slowly backing up into one of several vaguely religious gargoyles that are here, and I'm like, oh geez, that's way more. That stone sword is way sharper than I thought it was a minute ago. That's not great.
Is are you- what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm paranoid because of the drugs.
So you are on drugs. Oh my god. You are on drugs at my party. I'm going to tell everyone. I'm going to tell the entire neighborhood that you're on drugs.
Carl has dirty pictures on his phone.
What?
Yeah, you should tell everyone about the pictures on his phone. He showed them to us. I don't think he intended to. He was showing us cat photos, but he has photos on his phone that are not appropriate to show to neighbors.
Oh my god, he was showing you dirty pictures of himself?
I don't think intentionally.
And he sent them everywhere?
No,
And
I think...
And he's
Sure.
told everyone about these dirty pictures?
He told me, and he told... Hey, Selena! Told Selena.
Yeah, what?
Did he
What?
showed you the pictures?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, she's saying yes. She's saying yes.
Okay. Wow. I cannot believe I can't believe Carl's like that. I would have never assumed. He just seems so normal.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to tell my friend Sharon right now.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
Bye.
good.
Bye now.
Okay, bye.
So I'm gonna move. I was gonna move a point in from neighbor into vampire because the neighbor thinks something suspicious about me. But then I also got involved in neighborhood politics and drama, so I move a point from vampire back into neighbor. So I'm exactly where I started.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. I think Selena comes out of the bushes at this point and is just like, "Hey,
Yeah,
That
what
girl-
I gave you the bite symbol. I was the whole time I was like, That's the bite symbol.
it looked like you had something
With
in
the
your
teeth?
teeth. I wasn't sure."
I do have something in my teeth, but
Oh,
like
you
that's
do?
also the symbol.
Oh, the symbol. Got it. For what
Also,
again?
she's definitely a vampire hunter, right?
What? You think so?
The cross and the spiked the stakes and
Oh.
like that gargoyle is creepy looking, and that's probably related.
Oh, I just assumed that she had weird taste in decor.
That's also possible.
I mean, vampire hunter, poor taste. Can't really tell with humans.
It's hard to tell. All right, you're right. I'm jumping ahead. But we should not take her off the suspected list.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's a suspected list. Do we have one?
We have a suspected vampire hunter list.
Oh.
Okay, technically I just made it just now, and it's Barbara Jane.
Oh, so there's one person on it.
Yes.
Okay. Do we think Carl's a vampire hunter?
No, I think he's just a weirdo.
Oh, he's just a weirdo. Okay.
He's just a weirdo.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think the fire's out.
I think so.
You know what? Honestly, I thought we did good.
I think we did good.
I think we tried to make this very 4th of July.
Yeah, I think we did okay.
Yeah.
What? Crap, there's one thing that I really wanted to do.
What?
Do you think Ludwig and Galatea are here?
Oh. Why?
Because we definitely got to, like, talk to them and, like, you know, get in there. And also, I'm saying it out loud now, Galatea is definitely an animated statue name.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we should talk to them.
We should go talk to them, right? Like, we should
Yeah.
Maybe we do. Here's here's what we do. What if we do one of those, like, oh, we gotta go, but, like, we should hang out sometime, and then we make some plans, but we don't have to get, like, too deep into it?
Is that what cool people do?
I think so.
Then yes, we should do it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I think we start to make our move towards... we see them. We see Ludwig and Galatea, and they're exactly streaks in the hair, torn suit coat. Well, really nice suit coat. No, here's what I want to propose for Ludwig. Do you know one of those terrible like novelty suits where it's like the American flag suit coat?
Yes.
That, but like Frankenstein torn.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Yep. Absolutely.
I think just as we start to get near them, we hear somebody yell, "Hey, who was supposed to bring the veggies?
Oh,
I wanted to nosh on some veggies."
That wasn't us.
That wasn't. Who are we?
We're just blaming on.
We can't go Carl. We can't go Carl.
Okay.
I know that was the plan.
Why don't we? We'll just propose that we go. We go away to a cooler party with our new friends.
Oh.
At ShopRite or Stop and Shop, whichever one.
Yeah. The Stop and Shop party. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Do you? I can. You're way cooler than I am. I feel like you can pull this off. Also, Volcano just came on the radio, and I really got to jam out to this.
What? Wait, no, you can't. Oh, come on.
I am voluntarily moving a point from vampire into neighbor, and just cuts to me just, jam into some Buffett. Like,
all right. This is not cool, but sure. All right. I'm just going to go over to our neighbors. Hey! How's it going? Did you like the cookies I dropped off?
Cookie good.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that cookies are good too. Eat them all the time. Nom 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 nom.
Give me a neighbor roll.
5.
I think what happens is Dr. Amadeus Icarus, who is their third roommate that we have not seen before, twirls around a corner. Yes, talk to these people. Talk to these living beings that I live with, that I care for, that I have raised. Yes, you truly see the life in their eyes, don't you? You truly see life that stands in defiance of a cold, uncaring world, don't you? Selena.
Yes. Hello? Yes, I see life.
Very contented grin, giant mouthful of hamburger.
Yes.
Really like one bite kind of just half crushes and just shoves the entire hamburger in his mouth.
Yes, very lively, very fresh.
Yes. Would you like to?
I'm sorry. I don't think we've ever met.
Yes, I choose to maintain my work in private, but I was invited to this party, and I chose to watch over my spawn, my scion, my scions, my creation. That one sounded weird. Hold on, let me dial that back.
Oh, these are your children.
Children, yes, that is the word that I would use for this.
Okay, well, that's great. Lovely to meet you and your children. They are very much alive, very lively,
very much alive,
very fresh. Yep.
They have a life in their eyes that truly, it speaks to the love of a parent and the marvelous act of creation that was previously only held in the hands of the divine, but now holds in my mortal hands. Yes,
absolutely. Everything you just said. So my roommate and I, we were wondering if you'd like to, go to a cooler party.
Cut to, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I'm just air guitaring.
My very cool roommate. Very cool. Yep.
A cooler party, you say? Perhaps like a cooler. What could be cooler than standing among other living humans?
Well, standing among other living humans while shopping.
Shopping.
Yes. That's a thing that humans do.
That is a thing. I remember shopping. I've shopped.
Remember shopping? Okay. Yep.
Well, I tend to live in I should best clarify. I was a professor. I do academic work, and a lot of it is in seclusion, writing papers and such.
Oh, I see. Right, so you don't have a lot of time to go out. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, that's that. I totally understand that. Yep. It's hard being a working parent.
It is very
Yep.
hard to be. Tell me, I'm curious about that. Give me a neighbor roll to really, or maybe a vamp. Just roll the dice and we'll see what happens.
I got
it's
a
kind
5.
Okay, so I think what happens is like you've got Amadeus Icarus like in your back pocket, right? Because I think he's picking up what you're putting down, you're picking up what he's putting down, and I think what happens is in true Frankenstein's monster fashion, the one thing that Frankenstein's monsters hate is fire.
Ah,
First firework goes off.
come on.
And the table gets knocked over, the radio explodes.
God.
I am heartbroken. Okay, we didn't even get to the Jimmy Buffett crossover part of It's 5 o'clock somewhere. This is
I think this is normal human behavior, so we should probably join in.
This feels like a reenactment. This feels like we said there was going to be a battle reenactment. This feels like that.
Yes, this is it. This is our chance to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink Carl.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna.
Just don't have too much.
Do you want some?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but just remember last time.
Do you want a margarita?
Oh well, a Carl.
A bloodarita. A Carl
Rita. Yes, I'll have a Carl Rita. But just a little bit. I don't want too much because last time we got a little too wasted off of, those people who had the drugs in their system.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah.
All right. So I think what happens is we get a great montage of the, like, there is, the brawl unfolding in the backyard. I just grab Carl, pull him into a bush, blood starts spraying around. And I think the last roll I'm going to ask us both to make is like, how do we get away from the scene safely? Because the cops are now out front.
Oh. Well, this is supposed to be human behavior and normal human behavior, but let's just roll and see what happens. I got a 2.
I also got a 2. I'm gaseous
Yes.
forming. I think it's, hey, Selena? Oh, here's your Carla Rita, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think this was normal human behavior.
You don't think so?
Judging by, yeah, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, actually, that nearly turned vampire isn't doing the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah, he seems to be sort of really like he kind of bounced as soon as it happened, which makes me think,
yeah.
Kind of makes me think that it was not a thing.
We're doing the wrong thing. We should leave.
We should probably I'm gonna gaseous form out of here. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna turn into a snake and just slither away.
I think that sounds like a good plan. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
And I think the last shot of our episode is like is this young vampire. His name is Corey, and he's just like walking on his Switch. And like a cloud of smoke appears in front of him, and I grab his Switch and I slam it on the ground. I'm like, pay attention, and then gaseous form out of there.
Love it.
And that's gay.
Nice.
It was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted it to be.
This is great. I love this game. This is awesome.
I'm delighted. It was exactly what I wanted. It was perfect.
Same.
Thank you for coming on the show and playing it with me. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me. This was hilarious.
I loved it.
I love this game so much.
So, real quick, before we wrap up, where can people find you, your work, and the Kickstarter for Zhang online?
So people can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at BananaChan Games. And for the upcoming Kickstarter, that's coming out July 14th, and that's being co-published with Game and a Curry and Wet Ink Games. So look out for that on Kickstarter on July 14th, and that's Jiangxi Blood in the Banquet Hall, which has a lot of hopping vampires. So it's similar.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped for it. Honestly, like, I know
Oh,
I
thank
said at
you.
the top of the episode, but I'm extremely hyped for it.
Thank you. I'm super excited too.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and playing a game with me. This was a delight. And for now, I'm going to throw it over to me in the future so that he can wrap up with the show. Take it, future me. Thanks, past me. And thanks again, Banana, for coming on the show. Be sure to check the show notes, to hit Google, hit Kickstarter, back Zhang Blood in the Banquet Hall. Amazing sounding game. I cannot be more hyped for it. I cannot swear by it enough. It has blown my mind, and I backed it the second it went up because I was so hyped for it. Also, be sure to check the show notes for more information about Vampire Block Party, because it was so much fun, and I loved playing it, and it was an absolute delight. And also, last but certainly not least, be sure to follow Banana on Twitter at BananaChanGames. Then while you're on Twitter, follow us at Party of One Pod, like the show on Facebook at facebook.com/PartyOfOnePodcast. Join our Discord community at bit.ly/PartyOfOneDiscord. Head to our merch store at bit.ly/PartyOfOneMerch. And if you enjoyed the show, consider leaving us a nice iTunes review, a Stitcher review, a Podchaser review. You can also review and promote the show in other places, but like those are the three places that really specifically like I get a little notification when you review in one of those places, and it just like makes me happy. So like go do those things. They make me really happy. You can also give us some love on social media, tell a friend about the show, or do any little thing that helps us grow and do bigger, better, and cooler things. Another thing you can do to help promote the show is listen to the other podcast that I produce every week, a little show on the One Shot Podcast Network called All My Fantasy Children, in which my best friend, Aaron Catano Asias, and I take a listener-submitted prompt, we spin it into an original fantasy character, and we populate a shared universe one story at a time. New episodes drop every Friday-ish at oneshotpodcast.com. Party of One is produced and edited, as always, by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. All music for the show comes from the song Infinite Lives by Mega Ran featuring the D&D Sluggers. And the Party of One logo is by Evan Rowland. If you'd like to inquire about advertising rates, coming onto the show as a guest, or about press coverage for the show, you can email me at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com. And I think that's it. So until next time, thank you so much for listening. Remember to fight the forces of fascism every single day. Remember that self-love and self-care are radical and defiant acts of resistance. And as always, party on, everybody.